welcome back for episode 3, and we're going to finish the collection system. I've just put like the basic layout of how it's going to be, but I need to put some rails underneath it, make the actual item sorter, and should be good to go really, so back in a bit. Unfortunately I didn't have my mic recording at the time. This is me showing that I've got the tracks put in, and I've thrown a few items on the floor for this hopper minecart to collect. And I've made just a little system here to turn off the track as soon as there's items inside the hopper, which will allow it to completely unload and put it into the chest before turning it back on for it to go back on another loop. As you can see, it's worked perfectly. Just turning off at the moment and gone back to collect everything else. I have had a few problems recording this, but this is showing that it's working quite efficiently. Quite a few mobs going down there and splatting. Originally my platform was too high, so they'd actually despawn before they hit the ground, so I've lowered it a little bit. And during the day works perfectly fine, but I'll have to start lighting up the area for it to work more efficiently at night. But so far I'd say that's a job well done. I've just jumped down after the last cycle, and the minecart's just about to make its rounds to collect everything, hopefully. But just looking at the floor now, there's lots of items, so it's definitely working efficiently. I do have a few items just out on the side here, but considering everything that's around here, it's not much to lose. Assuming the minecart's still working, then it'll be collecting all this up very nicely. Now, besides the little patch here, because there aren't actually any rails, which I thought I don't really mind losing, and it's somehow not collected this either. Besides that, it's got everything else. Obviously a few little bits on the side here, but I'm not going to worry about that at all. It has been about 20 minutes since I've been AFKing, so let's just see what I've got. Wow, that is definitely impressive. Ah, that's great. Definitely a job well done. I'm going to have to expand this storage area, but wow, just wow. By the looks of it, this is getting a little bit backed up, so it may be wise in the future for me to have 2 different tracks, but based on how many items I've got, I'm not going to need to use it that often, so it's perfectly fine. Just to recap, I think it was a little bit longer than 20 minutes, maybe about 30 or so, because I was editing the video while also in there. But yeah, this project, as a bare minimum, is officially complete. And I need to work on a food source now, so we're going to start off a nice little cow farm. Luckily we've got all this bone meal, so I can get wheat extremely easily. Don't have to have a big massive farm and wait 20 minutes for it. I can just bone meal it all, and it should be nice and easy really. You know what they always say? Don't waste diamonds on a hoe. But I'll tell you what, she's worth it. And this is so nice. It doesn't even have to be automatic and I still get loads of wheat. Absolutely brilliant. Just keep right click down and keep left clicking every time it's grown. Easiest way to get wheat, I'd say. Not necessarily the quickest, but you don't need any redstone and it's just the pure simplicity. Right, as a rough guess, this should be the basic footprint of the cow farm. Well, I'll actually make it cows, sheep and pigs, but for now I'll just get some cows and fill in the rest at a later time. It's going to be a design of my own, based on other designs to be fair, so it's not like I'm being absolutely brilliant. But it's got some redstone to it, it can be AFKable, but I really like the way it works, to be honest. So I'll give you an update when I'll keep doing some progress updates, shall I? Might be a bit easier. Now let's kick things off. Got a few dispensers to put in, so I'll have one there. Whoopsie. And then I need a 2-block gap, and I can put another one in, and then a 2-block gap, and the last one. Now that that's done, just need to throw in some temporary blocks just here so I can get some trapdoors in. And what the trapdoors are going to do is able to filter out the babies and not have the adults fall through. But then because I can close them, I can let the babies stay there until I've got the right amount of adults. And then I can continue breeding with them. Stupid half slabs. And just one more. That's all those in place. Now I can add some more onto it. Now these are here, I can start glassing up the place. It's just so I can see what's happening. It makes it look a little bit nicer from the outside. With the half slab here, it'll stop all the baby cows and sheep from getting through, but because the pigs are smaller, I'm going to have to put some trapdoors in the underneath here. Oh, not there. Need to put some trapdoors underneath here, and that'll stop them from coming through at all, which is great. Now I can get rid of these temporary blocks, but I have just remembered I need to put some glass in here just to stop anything from bouncing out. Makes it a lot safer, and it makes it so you can see through quite nicely still. Now, we're building these walls up just to make it more of a room, plus I'm going to have some buttons and levers just in front of it. So I'll make it about 2, maybe 3 blocks high, just so I can AFK there and not get killed. But it's going well so far. I'm throwing in some buttons now. These are what will control the dispensers with water buckets. And then also need to make a few levers which will control the trapdoors. Just throw these on the side, like that. Sleep, go to 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 sleep. Just need to find where these dispensers are on the other side. So I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, there we go. And it's time for some redstone trickery. So first of all, I'm going to be linking these buttons to the dispensers. I'll just throw out some lines there so I know where I'm going. Oops. Throw a bit of this stuff on there. Definitely need a lot of torches for this one. Now let's cover that up just to make it look neat. My inventory's getting very awkwardly full. It's not going well. Dispenser 1. Oh, dispenser 2. Dispenser 3. Throw a little of this stuff on top of here. And if we just try it out now, so throw a water bucket in there, press the button. Perfect. So I'll do that for all 3. And now it's time to link up the trapdoors. With the trapdoors it's quite similar. We just need to make it so none of the redstone mines interfere. So I can do that with just repeaters. Same again for the dust there. Oh, run out again. And torches. This is just to make it so like usability is easier. Like the redstone probably doesn't have to be this complicated, but having control panels at the top of everyone makes it so much better. Now to plug into the trapdoors, just going to throw in some repeaters here. Some of these are going to interfere, so I just need to throw some random blocks in. So that's that one open, that one, and that one. Oh, forgot the repeaters again. Alright, let me just make a couple more. Alright, to make it so these link, just need to throw in all the redstone here. And to stop the signal interfering, just as simple as putting a few blocks on top like that. Alright, let's jump down, see how it's working. So obviously that one's working. Pull the lever. Alright, sets to open mode, close it. Right, only one of them's working at the moment. And why is that? That is because touch onto there. I just need to throw in some repeaters from these blocks and it'll work. Oh, got the repeaters out now, so that's working. And all I need to do is, because I've got a block of delay here, I just need to alter one of these with one tick on each side. Like that. Now if I run up, it should be perfectly timed. And nothing's interfering with each other. Alright, so that's all the redstone and the difficult bit done. Now I just need to find a couple of cows and drag them in. So I'm just going to throw a door on here, and then I'm in a completely protected room. So if I'm AFKing with just wheat in my hand like this, then I'll have no issues. Oh, you don't know how good this feels to just empty the inventory. Order at last. Right, it's time to go on a journey. Find a few cows. As long as there's 2 or more, then that's all I need to start things off with. So I'll just run around aimlessly and see what I get. However, looking at the food I have, I've killed most of the cows in this area. I hope I'm not walking too far. Well, not too far at all. Got a few here. Come on guys. It's time to take you to your new home. I wouldn't quite call it free range, but I'll be happy at least, so that makes one of us. If this isn't the most tedious thing ever, I don't know what is, because wow, so slow. You, get in there. And you get in there. And last but not least, you. Getting there. Get in there. Thank you. So the best thing about the trapdoors is, if it's like this, it's on like collection mode, so all the babies will go through. But because I've only got 3, keep that shut. Press the button. These guys bounce up and down. All I have to do is right click, and after an amount of time, I'm going to have up to 25 of them. The best thing about this design is I could just stand here until my offhand depletes, and I should have enough babies. But with only 3 of them, it's going to take 20 minutes until I get another one. I can probably breed a few times since then, but yeah, it's going to be a long wait. So I'll be back later. Well, it's been a little while. I've managed to edit the video up to this point, and I've managed to get myself, I'm going to say 12, which isn't too bad. Means it's not going to take much longer to make it 25, just before entity cramming and whatnot. But I think it's time to call it an end to the episode. So I'll see you back for episode 4, and I think we've done pretty well. Alright. Goodbye everybody.